Good afternoon and welcome to the County Ground for this Barclays League Second Division fixture between Swindon Town and Leeds United. Swindon Town currently fourth in the Division 2 table following Oldham's draw, and Sheffield United getting a point has reduced Leeds United lead at the top of the table to just 3 points. It's a vital game for both sides, and there's the Stratton Bank, populated by 5,000 Leeds United fans who've made the journey down from Yorkshire. Fanatical support for Leeds United. 65 coaches have made their way down, and they're bound to give their side tremendous support this afternoon. We just await the arrival of the two sides for this afternoon's game, and it's bound to attract Swindon's biggest crowd of the season. 15,000 plus against Southampton in the Littlewoods Cup so far stands as the record crowd this term, but the visit of the famous Leeds United for this second division game is bound to surpass that, and we're really in for a cracking afternoon's football. Swindon never beaten Leeds United in the Football League, and so a fine opportunity for them to overcome this famous Yorkshire club. And there's a player who's recently joined Leeds United. It's Chris Kamara, a member of the town's 85-86 championship winning squad, and what a tremendous ovation he's getting from the Swindon Town faithful. Warmly regarded by the Wiltshire public as a player who always gave 100%. Here come Leeds United. They take the field now to a great ovation from their supporters and led out by their Scottish international captain, Gordon Strachan, formerly with Manchester United and Aberdeen, and a great midfield player. Got a hat-trick against Swindon in the first meeting between the sides at Allen Road when the Leeds side won 4-0. And here's Swindon's Scottish captain, Colin Calderwood, leading out Swindon Town. And they likewise get a great ovation from their supporters for this very important game. And the mascot being carried out this afternoon by the town captain, he's Martin Fabiano. He's 5 years old. He comes from Foxbridge in Swindon. His favourite player, luckily for him, is the captain, Colin Calderwood. Second favourite player is Duncan Shearer. Favourite side is Swindon Town. And his second favourite team is West Ham United. There's Alan McLaughlin giving one of the plastic balls to the Shrivenham Road enclosure. And there is Gordon Strachan. Tremendous performance at Ellen Road when Leeds won 4-0 against Swindon. Got a hat-trick that day, but he was so influential on all departments of the pitch. And there is Mr. Vinnie Jones, the notorious Vinnie Jones, formerly with Wimbledon. A £600,000 signing for Leeds United during the close season. And what sort of game is he going to have this afternoon? Let's see what Master Fabiano can do against Swindon's keeper Fraser Digby. And now he's being led up to the centre circle for the pre-match preliminaries. One of Swindon's substitutes this afternoon, Paul Hunt. And there's John Gittins, who was sent off in the first meeting between the sides this season for a challenge on John Hendry. Let's run through the Swindon Town side for you then. In goal, it's Fraser Digby. 2 is David Kerslake. At 3, Paul Bowden. 4 is Alan McLaughlin. 5, Colin Calderwood. 6, John Gittins. 7 is Tom Jones. 8, Duncan Shearer. 9 is Steve White. 10, Ross MacLaren. 11, Steve Foley. And the substitutes, Dave Hockaday and Paul Hunt. For Leeds United, they line up like this. In goal, Mervyn Day. At 2, the former Liverpool player, Jim Beglin. 3, Mick Whitlow. 4 is Vinnie Jones. 5, Chris Fairclough. 6, Peter Haddock. 7, Gordon Strachan. 8, David Batty. 9 is Lee Chapman, a recent £400,000 signing from Nottingham Forest. At 10, it's Dylan Kerr. 11, John Hendry. And their substitutes, John Pearson and Gary Speed. The referee is Mr. Paul Durkin, and the linesman with the red trim is Mr. J.E. Biddle, and with the yellow trim, Mr. A.P. Murphy. And the mascot, well, he's none too in a hurry to get off today, is he? Holding up the game, but he gets a great ovation from the crowd at the County Ground in Swindon. So we're all set. Steve White going through a few pre-match adjustments on his boots, and Duncan Shearer alongside him, the town's leading goal scorer this season with 19 goals. Very fierce wind blowing around the county ground today. It's been very stormy indeed in Wiltshire over the last week or so, and what effect that'll have on the game we shall see in the opening few minutes. It's bound to take the ball where the players don't want it to, but immediately Swindon break down this right hand side through Tom Jones. But a great challenge by Peter Haddock puts the ball behind for the first corner of the game in 15 seconds. So immediately Swindon putting pressure on that Leeds United goal. Here's Jones once again, crossing in, and up goes Mervyn Day and takes it despite the attentions of Steve White, the Town centre forward. So promising start for Swindon, getting the ball forward quickly, and there'll be a clearance from Mervyn Day. Tom Jones beaten in the air on that occasion by Dylan Kerr. Here's MacLaren playing the ball forward as Fairclough will come back, but he's no need to hurry because Mervyn Day will take under no due pressure. Fanatical support, of course, Leeds United over the years. One of the great club sides of the late 60s and early 70s, but have spent the last 8 seasons in Division 2, but have a great chance this season of getting out and getting into the First Division where many feel they belong. Certainly manager Howard Wilkinson has spent heavily during the close season in an effort to get United back in Division 1, and has added many experienced players to his squad. Here's Dylan Kerr, but a loose clearance from defence, and so Swindon have the throw. John Giddins, the Town number 6, retrieves for David Kerslake, the Town fullback, to take the throw. Giddins and Chapman together. It's Chapman. Lays the ball out wide, looking for Strachan, but a great challenge by Duncan Shearer. Finds Steve Foley. Peter Haddock then with the free kick for Leeds United. Inside that Town box, away by John Gittins. Good firm header, finds Foley. Clearance completed by Paul Bodin, but Leeds still in possession. And that'll be a free kick. A foul on Gordon Strachan. Swindon will have no doubt about his role in this game after that 4-0 defeat at Ellen Road. Quite masterful performance on that day from him. He and Beglin then will combine. It's Strachan who takes the free kick. MacLaren gets the header on, Giddins away and finds Kerslake. But Chris Fairclough blocks that particular ball through, and Swindon have the throw. Kerslake once again with a throw for Swindon. Well, the play rather confined to this right-hand side at the moment. McLaughlin heads on, looking for Shearer, tries to thread it through for Steve White, but McLaughlin battles back and finds Bodin. The ball not the easiest to control, and Leeds have possession once again. Good challenge by Bodin. Denies Dylan Kerr the space to get forward. A throw for Leeds then, quickly taken. Jim Beglin, formerly with Liverpool, a Republic of Ireland international, recently recovered from a broken leg sustained for playing for the Merseyside side, and has just forced his way back into first team football following his transfer from Liverpool to Leeds United. It's a throw then to Leeds, far side of the field. Flick backwards, it's a good ball too. Here's a chance for Hendry to hit it on the turn, but it was wide. He was falling backwards as he struck it, and the result was a goal kick to Swindon Town. First opportunity then for Leeds inside that Town box. Difficult one for Hendry to take. As the wind blows around the south stand. And there's the result of the win there. The ball played forward by Bowden, but gathered enough pace to go straight through to Mervyn Day. Takes the clearance. Colin Calderwood does well, the Town captain. Plays a long ball out of defence. And it's a chase here for Fairclough, along with Steve White. Fairclough first to the tape, gets the ball back to Mervyn Day. Here's Gittins, faced by Dylan Kerr, but makes no mistake by bedding the ball back to Fraser Digby. Leeds then just 3 points clear at the top now. Sheffield United, the Yorkshire rivals, keeping in close step with them. Sheffield coming here back in December of '89 and winning by 2-0. Here's a ball through for Alan McLaughlin. Will pass it square for Steve Foley, and that's the first chance, and just wide of the post. It was a good ball in from Alan McLaughlin to Foley, but the Town midfielder couldn't find the back of the net. Hit it well enough, but it drifted wide of that Leeds United post. So Swindon then with the clearest opportunity in this opening 8 minutes of the match, but it remains scoreless. Good piece of play by McLaughlin, was aware enough to see Steve Foley coming in. Yes, Swindon lose possession this time. Dylan Kerr getting the sliding challenge in on Ross MacLaren. The ball straight through though to Mervyn Day. Day formerly with West Ham United and Leyton Orient before making the journey to Yorkshire. Haddock then with his free kick for Leeds United. Calderwood, good header from him, but Leeds still in possession. Dangerous ball in these conditions, but that's how strong the wind is. Blown straight up and back. Haddock for Leeds. Finding Vinnie Jones, and once again the same problem. The high ball is bound to be affected by the wind, but here's Strachan crossing in from that right-hand side and slicing off the boot of Colin Calderwood, and Digby completes the touch behind for the corner kick. Tremendous atmosphere here this afternoon. Both sets of supporters getting behind their side, and it'll be a corner kick far side of the field to Gordon Strachan for Leeds. Flicked across the face of that goal. Here's Beglin, and it gets a save out of Fraser Digby. Didn't quite hit it with the power he'd like, and hit it down into the ground, which rather took a lot of the pace off. Tom Jones in for the run of White. Haddock just got a header onto it. Here's Dylan Kerr. And for Chapman. Strachan ahead of him. Well cut out by Calderwood. As Batty gets a touch on. It's all a little bit scrappy in that midfield area at the moment. Kerslake. Jones. Finds Gordon Strachan. Billy Jones hitting a long ball into space, but succeeds only in finding Paul Bodin. So over the 10-minute mark, still no goals, but certainly lots of frenetic action so far. Fraser Digby's clearance and straight through to Mervyn Dane. I shouldn't think he'll get quite the same distance on this clearance. Indeed not. Struggles to find the halfway line and in fact is taken out into touch. Once again, the clearance from Day, not finding too much distance. Here's Alan McLaughlin forging down that left-hand side of the field as Beglin gets his tackle in. Off McLaughlin again. MacLaren. And into space for the run of Tom Jones, or Kerslake rather. Kerslake taking his man on and gets the cross in. It's a good one too for the far post. Here's Steve White. McLaughlin's cross coming in this time and behind for the goal kick. Alan McLaughlin, 14 goals this season. Tremendous campaign for the player formerly with Manchester United, and it's likely that he'll get the attention of Jack Charlton, the Republic of Ireland international manager, perhaps for the forthcoming World Cup. And what a boost that would be to his career. Kerslake down the line, and offside is Tom Jones. Kerr trying to get it forward, but it's well cut out by Kerslake. And a ball forward, looking for Steve Foley, who was in an onside position. But once again, the pace of the ball gathered as the wind took it along, and there was no realistic chance whatsoever of Steve Foley getting on the end of that. Foley, who spent a good deal of the first part of the season out through injury, back and in combative mood, as we saw there in the Town midfield. That was for a challenge on Beglin. Steve Foley, the all-action terrier-type player. He's going to be spoken to by referee Durkin, told to calm it down. And the result of that challenge is a free kick to Leeds. Jones tries to play it far side. It's all a little bit tight over on that far touchline though, and Swindon get it away. Fairclough gets a good header in. Bodin has to play it across the face of his own goal. Gittins finds Kerslake near side. And here's a break on now for Alan McLaughlin, has Shearer up with him. McLaughlin tries to find Shearer at the far post, but too much pace on the cross. A warm round of applause from the Town fans, but all it succeeds in bringing is a goal kick to Leeds United. Chases on for Gittins. And gets there first before John Hendry. Throw to Leeds United. David Batty and Kerr are together. It's going to be David Batty to take it for United. Strachan. So here's Haddock for Leeds. Plays the ball forward towards the edge of that box, but no problem at all for Paul Bodin. He'll find Fraser Digby. Over the 15-minute mark then, still no goals, although certainly an action-packed first 15 minutes. Here's Kerslake, or Jones rather, tries to get it forward, but an offside flag is up. Free kick to Leeds. Peter Haddock then for Leeds United. Wearing the famous number 6 shirt that was worn by Norman Hunter at Leeds for so long. And there's another challenge on Paul Jim Beglin, who seems to be suffering a little bit this afternoon, that time from Steve White. And indeed, referee Durkin is going to chat to Steve White about that particular challenge, as Beglin has been the victim of 2 heavy challenges in this opening 17 minutes. Free kick, far side then to Leeds United. Strachan. And another foot race here, this time won by Whitlow, no problem at all. Shearer nowhere near that ball on that particular occasion. Leeds United fans then, well populated in that Stratton Bank end, certainly making lots of noise so far. Calderwood beaten this time in the air, but here's a chance then for Hendry to run on that Leeds United, on that Swindon Town goal rather, and the referee's given a penalty. The challenge appeared to be outside of the box, but referee Durkin points immediately to the penalty spot. And Leeds have a chance to go in front in controversial fashion. Colin Calderwood and Ross MacLaren are asking the referee to go to the linesman, but the referee has said, I have made that decision, it's a penalty kick. It was a foul on John Gittins on John Hendry, and here's Gordon Strachan then, who steps up, and the simple task of putting the Yorkshire club in front. His 4th goal against Swindon Town this season, a hat-trick at Ellen Road. He's now got the opening goal of the game in the 18th minute. John Gittins, the culprit on that occasion for bringing down John Hendry. And it was on Hendry that Gittins made the challenge that got him sent off at Ellen Road. So the coincidences go on here at the county ground in Swindon. But I think Swindon will feel just a little bit aggrieved that that challenge appeared to be outside the penalty area. However, it's Leeds United who lead by a 1-0. And here's John Gittins and Hendry again together. And on this occasion, Gittins finds Fraser Digby in the Town goal. And the crowd, the Swindon crowd, appealing for a free kick on that occasion. But they get a throw near side. Here's Kerslake with a throw then, and already the match with plenty of incident in the opening quarter of an hour, but now we've had the opening goal, it should well and truly boil up. And certainly those 5,000 Leeds fans, the happier of the sets of supporters at this present time. There's a school of thought that if Leeds win today, then they must be clear favourites for the Second Division Championship. But if Swindon can pull off the 3 points, it certainly gives them a realistic chance of automatic promotion. and just pegs Leeds United back a bit. Here's Vinnie Jones. Challenge from Tom Jones. Leeds in possession then, and in front. And goes Calderwood with the diving challenge. McLaughlin, great ball, looking for Duncan Shearer. Shearer will swing across in. Here's McLaughlin taking it on his chest. Beautiful piece of control by him. He's forced wide though by two Leeds players. Has Jones in support and eventually gets the throw. Good piece of defensive work there by two Leeds players, forcing McLaughlin out to the touchline and minimising the danger. Throw to Swindon then, to be taken by Kerslake. Here he is again, gets past two Leeds players, does well, but can't beat the third, as Vinnie Jones tries to help it away from defence, and Leeds get the throw. Gittins. So the ball gathering pace once again in this strong wind, and a goal kick to Leeds United. Vinnie Jones tries to clear his lines. His Leeds in possession. John Hendry down the line. To no avail. Swindon have the throw to be taken by Gittins. They'll leave it for Kerslake. Midway through the first half, 1-0 Leeds United lead. 18th minute penalty from Gordon Strachan, number 7 and captain this afternoon for the Yorkshire team. Jones just gets his challenge in on Kerr. Throw to Leeds to be taken by David Batty. Here's Lee Chapman. Back to Kerr once again. Here's Batty. Faced by Jones. Gittins will have to hurry across, does so. Swindon finding it difficult to clear their lines, as Leeds still have possession. Kerr. Well read by Kerslake. And here's a chance for Swindon now to get the ball away with Bodin, but a loose ball in midfield as Beglin is harassed out of it though. Here's Foley. Switching the play, but an offside flag against Tom Jones, who'd gone fractionally early. Foley played the right ball, and that's how we stand. 1-0 Leeds United. Whitlow, well, trying to get the ball down the line for Hendry, but as has happened so often this afternoon, just finds touch. Jones with a free kick, finds MacLaren, far side is Bodin. But again, too much pace on the ball, taken by the wind, and that'll be a throw to Leeds United. So 25 minutes on the watch, certainly a cracking first 25 minutes, and if the remainder of the game is anything like this, we're in for a real treat. Billed as a real promotion clash before the match, and it's certainly turning out like that. Fraser Digby with one clean sheet in 13 appearances, and well, that's been broken again this afternoon in the 18th minute through Gordon Strachan. Swindon, though, leading goal scorers in the Football League, or they have been before this game. The ball inside that Leeds United penalty area and back with Mervyn Day. Certainly impressive scoring form from the town this season. 19 from Duncan Shearer, 17 from Steve White and 14 from Alan McLaughlin. Tremendous scoring throughout the side as Day clears, right-footed. Vinnie Jones helps it on. Strachan plays the ball far side, overhead kick, beautiful piece of play from him, finding Beglin. And Haddock, no problem for him, he finds Mervyn Day once again. Gittins just gets a header into that. Low cross in. Kerslake making sure he gets it away safely. But Leeds still coming forward. Seemingly having the edge in midfield at the moment. The ball will come in again from that right-hand side. Foley. And the ball's out for a corner kick. So certainly Leeds with the advantage at the moment. They lead by a goal to nil. And territorially, they certainly have the upper hand. Gordon Strachan with the corner. And Chris Fairclough, rather surprised that that ball came through to him, and the result was a very weak header which looped up straight through to Fraser Digby. MacLaren onto Shearer, finds Jones, fine piece of play. MacLaren once again and scoops his ball up into the air. And has another chance though, but he's forced backwards. And finds Digby. Not the easiest of conditions for either set of players this afternoon, very windy indeed. The pitch, though, in remarkable condition, bearing in mind the amount of rain we've had in Wiltshire recently. Groundsman Jeff Warren done an excellent job. There was surface water on the ground on Friday and Saturday before this game, but the wind has helped to dry that out. And an early morning pitch inspection really was a formality, looking in the quality of the pitch at the moment. Up goes Gittins, he's beaten in the air though, as helped on by Dylan Kerr. Whitlow crosses into that town box. But once again, the wind prevents it from finding any distance. As an offside flag comes up, and Swindon have a free kick. Here's White. Whitlow into the path of Chapman. Gittins is there first though. Just enough pace to... and here's a chance for Leeds to get into trouble. It's a real mistake there by Fraser Digby. His handling was not of its best. And he just managed to get a palm to Lee Chapman's cross, which prevented further danger. But a bit of a mishap in the town defence. And they wouldn't want to concede another goal here. Referee having a word with Gordon Strachan, none too happy about his tactics on this corner kick. And up goes Fraser Digby, his handling this time sure. Long ball over the halfway line, and once again the wind taking it deep into Leeds territory. Calderwood. Oh, a mistake by him as Leeds have possession once again. Nice little back heel by Kerr. Ball played through from Hendry and well intercepted by David Kerslake. Dylan Kerr, certainly an impressive opening 30 minutes from him. He's Maltese born and was spotted playing for non-league Arcadia Shepherds. So he's got a pretty colourful history. Arcadia Shepherds, there you are, there's a name to conjure with. It's with Ross MacLaren, plays a long ball forward and into space for David Kerslake, but once again the pace of the ball is heightened by the wind and Kerslake had no realistic opportunity to get to that particular pass. Throw to be taken by Kerr. Chapman. Gittins though, good challenge from him, denying the former Forest man. Foley looking for Kerslake. Here's MacLaren. And an offside flag. As has often happened this afternoon, Leeds playing this offside trap, and Leeds have fallen foul, Swindon rather, have fallen foul on it on several occasions. Kerslake's header. Jones, beautiful little ball over for Alan McLaughlin. Has Shearer inside him, and the chance is gone. Shearer had made his way into a good position and was waiting for the pass from Alan McLaughlin. It never came, and the opportunity goes begging. And there's Shearer, holding his hands up as to say, look, I was here. Swindon, whose previous game to this was to have been a Zenith Data Systems area semi-final against Crystal Palace, that match postponed. Leeds in that competition going out to Aston Villa by 2-0, and Aston Villa losing the first leg of their northern final to Middlesbrough, surprisingly, at Villa Park. Aston Villa going so well in the First Division this season. And indeed, Swindon haven't played since they defeated Norwich City 4-1 here in the Zenith Data Systems Trophy to progress to that Crystal Palace tie. That game being played, my mathematics is correct, some 10 days ago. It's a throw into Leeds United then, far side. Ball inside the Swindon box again, but it's taken too far to cause any particular danger to Swindon, but Leeds still have possession. And that's a poor ball picked up by Alan McLaughlin, has several players running in front of him and finds Tom Jones with an excellent ball forward. Foley in support, Jones. Poor ball from him though. Here's Kerslake down the line for Tom Jones. And the challenge of Haddock, denying the Swindon Town midfielder the opportunity to cross. Ten minutes remaining to half-time. Leeds still lead by that Gordon Strachan penalty kick after 18 minutes, and an offside flag once again denies the chance for Steve White to take advantage of that forward ball. You are the linesman with the red trim, Mr. J.E. Biddle. Well, that was a rough piece of play, wasn't it, by Jim Beglin? The throw to Swindon Town, far side of the field. As Fairclough tidies up, no problem for him. Oh, what a disastrous clearance here. Shearer, who immediately tries to get it back. And Mervyn Day, well, can consider himself exceptionally fortunate on that occasion. terrible clearance, and he acknowledges that fact. And it really did present Duncan Shearer with a reasonable opportunity, but he did the right thing in trying to return the ball immediately to the net, but succeeded only in giving the Yorkshire club a goal kick. Kerslake got there first before Dylan Kerr, but Kerslake battling away superbly, dispossesses Vinnie Jones, gets the ball into the box. Here's Steve White, Alan McLaughlin, and Swindon Town are level through Alan McLaughlin's 15th of the season. Great work by David Kerslake, dispossessing Vinnie Jones on this near side of the field. His cross headed back by Steve White, half saved by Mervyn Day, and there was Alan McLaughlin to hit the ball into the roof of the net, and Swindon Town are level. Swindon Town 1, Leeds United 1. And that really has set us up now for a humdinger of a game. Leeds United coming forward immediately. And Bodin, tremendous piece of defensive play. So a real boost for the Wiltshire side. And Alan McLaughlin continues his oh-so impressive form this season. But they'll have to defend here as Giddins goes up. Chapman gets the header onto it. And that's how we stand. Swindon Town 1, Leeds United 1. And we're well inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. Here's Chris Fairclough. Forward from Ross MacLaren. Ozzy Ardiles acknowledging the Swindon Town fans, and I dare say he'll be well pleased with the way his side have fought back into this game. And Alan McLaughlin really has been amongst the goals this season. Got 2 last season, and it took so long to get his first goal for Swindon Town. Got it against Oxford United in a 3-0 victory, but this season has been in tremendous form. And Kevin Morris, the Town physio, comes onto the field. And John Gittins now picks himself up, and Kevin Morris goes all the way back off the field. Beglin with the throw for Leeds United, far side, up goes Calderwood. MacLaren has to let that run. It'll be a corner kick to the Yorkshire side. Swindon will be very careful not to concede just before half-time, having levelled the scores. Gordon Strachan after 18 minutes, and then just a few moments ago, Alan McLaughlin pegged things level, and it's 1-1. Here is Strachan with the corner kick far side. Across the face of that Swindon goal, and Fairclough couldn't quite take it as Leeds still have possession. But it's Swindon who come away through Foley, tries to get the ball forward for Shearer, and he's got it, and up ahead of him is Steve White. Tries a little back heel, but really not the best of passes, and the attack breaks down. Kerslake, good strong challenge, and what a fine game this man's having. Really is a storming signing by Ozzy Ardiles. Kerslake away by Fairclough, comes to Strachan, and he's forced wide by the Town players, Jones and MacLaren, and he's forced into making a mistake. Kerslake, who's looked a snip at £110,000 from Queen's Park Rangers, having another storming game this afternoon. Here he is again, although he can't quite get to that one. David Batty back to mop up for Leeds United. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half, 1-1. Kerslake with the throw. McLaughlin is unable to get to that one. Here's Batty, tries to occur rather, plays it into Vinnie Jones. Calderwood. Bodin foraging forward for Swindon. Looks to play it forward. There's no offside flag here, is there? Yes, there is, against Steve White. Looked as though for one moment he'd escaped the linesman's flag. But again, the Leeds United defence had moved just enough forward to get the offside decision. Free kick for the push on Lee Chapman. Rather wasted opportunity though for the Yorkshire side. And Fraser Digby, who hails from Yorkshire himself, able to watch that ball over the crossbar. Born in Sheffield, Fraser Digby. Here's Jones then from the short free kick by MacLaren, finding Bodin far side, in for Colin Calderwood, Town skipper. And Bodin not able to get that. It was a rather poor return ball from Calderwood. Throw to Leeds United then to be taken by Beglin. And there's the police horses over on the far side of the field. I dare say they're enjoying the game this afternoon as Beglin takes the free kick. Happily not called into action, those police horses. Everything very orderly as this very good crowd indeed enjoy this excellent match. It's Beglin. And Leeds have the throw far side. Inside the last 2 minutes of the first half. Gittins looked to have let that run, but Chapman picks it up for Leeds United. Cross into that Swindon box. Up goes Fraser Digby. Despite the attentions of Kerr, takes it cleanly indeed. And here's Kerslake then, ready to take the throw out and set Swindon in motion once again. Long clearance from Digby, using the wind. Kerr gets a header onto it. Here's Foley. McLaughlin beaten to the challenge. The ball back in Swindon territory. Here's Chapman facing John Gittins and Ross MacLaren. Gittins with the sliding challenge. Leeds have a chance for the shot, and it's a good one from Batty. David Batty worked tirelessly in the Leeds midfield in the first half and looked impressive. Well, into the last minute of the first half now. These two sides certainly given us great entertainment in the first 45 minutes. Although just the 2 goals, Gordon Strachan in 18 minutes and Alan McLaughlin are levelling things up. Bodin with the throw, far side for Swindon. McLaughlin, what a great ball, finding Kerslake. And an equally good challenge, but that is the last action of the first half. And what an action-packed first half it's been. Leeds United going in front after 18 minutes through their Scottish international captain Gordon Strachan from the penalty spot. And a warm round of applause for both sides as they go off But that man there, the number 4 for Swindon Town, Alan MacLaren, with his 15th goal of the season, are levelling things as they go in at the half-time break. A great cross in from Kerslake, who dispossessed Vinnie Jones, knocked back at the far post by Steve White. And there was Alan MacLaren to pick up the crumbs and put Swindon level with Leeds United. So tremendous first half, great entertainment. We shall hope that the second half will live up to the first. There is half-time, Swindon Town 1, Leeds United 1. Well, here we go then for the start of the second half, and if it's anything like the first, then we're in for a treat. Leeds United have the kick-off in that very famous all-white strip. Swindon, of course, in red shirts and red shorts today, and red socks. Reason being, Leeds United also have white shorts, and could lead to confusion on the field. The Yorkshire club then in possession immediately from the kick-off. 1-1 we stand. Rennie batted, and it's all a bit scrappy at the start of the second half. And Swindon have an immediate free kick. So certainly no qualms about the entertainment in the first half. Real blood and guts football, and a warm round of applause for both sides as they went off, and how well that was deserved. Bowden with the throw for Swindon. Shearer heads on. Way by Fairclough. And Kerslake across to cover for Swindon. Oh, great ball forward by Calderwood, looking for the run of Steve White. Down he goes in a heap. Under 2, a Swindon player into the net from Shearer, but the whistle had already gone, and Swindon have the free kick for the foul on Steve White. 2 Leeds United players in close attendance. There were appeals for a penalty, but I don't think there was much doubt that it was way outside the box. Although Swindon will point to the opening Leeds goal when Gittins appeared to challenge Hendry outside of the penalty area. However, a penalty was given. Gordon Strachan converted, and it's 1-1. Chance then for a shot from either MacLaren or Bowden here. Swindon pointing that the wall is not 10 yards. Here's Bowden with a shot. And appeals for the deflection for the corner, but it will be a goal kick to Leeds United. The attendance this afternoon, 16,208, Swindon's biggest of the season. Not surprisingly for this promotion clash with Leeds United. Foley with the header. Vinnie Jones. Gittins. It's Strachan then for Leeds as the Yorkshire club look to pick it up. Strachan doing well, and 3 Swindon players around him, including Paul Bowden, who clears, but Leeds still have possession through Haddock. Batty tries to help it on for Strachan, but Colin Calderwood will find Digby. Already the match in the second half, getting off at the same frenetic pace as the first half was played. Digby out of his goal, positive clearance, finds Shearer. Beglin with him, and free kick to Swindon Town. Calderwood forward for White. So throw then to Swindon Town, far side. David Kerslake is the man to take it. Into Tom Jones. Jones faced by 2 Leeds players. Here's Kerslake. Scoops it up, here's Foley, and that's into the net. And that's a great start to the second half for Swindon. David Kerslake once again involved, a great cross in from the right-hand side. There was Steve Foley. His third goal of the season. Doesn't get many with his head, but this time made no mistake. Mervyn Day just got a hand to it. But Swindon Town are in the lead. Swindon Town 2, Leeds United 1. So 4 minutes into the second half, and just the start that Swindon wanted. It's with Calderwood then, this free kick. Strachan and Bowden. Bowden, great piece of play. Bowden swinging the ball in, looking for Steve White, controls it. But it was just too hard for the Town number 9. But Swindon certainly moving forward with purpose now. And perhaps they sense that another goal would certainly go a long way to finishing this game. But they lead 2-1. Leeds United always to be counted as dangerous though. And here come the Yorkshire side. This is Batty. Here's Beglin. Poor ball though, well cut out by Alan McLaughlin, and sliding challenge from Fairclough. Here's Batty, swinging the ball in. And a shot coming in, and a good save from Digby. That was Vinnie Jones who hit that one, but Digby on his 6-yard line down to block. However, a free kick has already been given for an offside decision. Calderwood. Shearer. And a Beglin before Steve White can get onto the end of that. Back to Mervyn Day. Strachan battling for Leeds, and it's Leeds in possession through Beglin. Bowden. And White facing that Leeds United defence again. And Chapman doing very well against Gittins, showing his strength, but Gittins and Swindon defence combining to get the ball away. They lead by that 2-1 scoreline. Here's Strachan. Bowden back to Fraser Digby. Leeds finding it very difficult at the moment to escape Swindon's grip. Swindon closing the United side down at every opportunity, and that was well illustrated by that particular situation. Haddock with the header. MacLaren finding Kerslake. And the referee flagging. Leeds are going to make a substitution, and it's the number 10 Dylan Kerr to go off to be replaced by Gary Speed. We shall see if he does inflict some of that on the Swindon Town defence. Throw to Leeds United then, far side of the field. Gittins finding Steve White. Foley battling back. And gets a round of applause from Paul Bodin for that particular piece of defensive work, denying Leeds the opportunity to get forward. 10 minutes into the second half, Swindon 2-1 up. Shearer with a header, but Fairclough is there first for Leeds United and finds Mervyn Day. Calderwood, long clearance from the free kick. Here's Bodin. McLaughlin flicks it forward and it's a good ball, but Foley is again in an offside position. Swindon found it difficult to get past that Leeds United back four, and they do move up very sharply. They obviously work on that offside trap all the time and use it most effectively. Swindon's success this afternoon, and the 2 goals have both come from crosses from the right-hand side. Vinnie Jones. Speed can't get there before Kerslake, who shows a clean pair of heels and plays the ball down the line. Steve White. And that'll be a throw to Leeds United. Former Bristol Rovers striker not too happy with that decision, but Leeds have the throw. Gittins. Kerslake. Steve White playing a ball wide for Jones, but just a touch too much. And that'll be a throw to Leeds United. Gittins, good sliding challenge. Foley, what a great ball, finding Duncan Shearer. Back to Paul Bodin, down the line, and for the run of Foley, and keeps it in play. And gets the corner kick. Steve Foley, back to his impressive base today, no doubt about that. And of course, got the second Swindon goal with a header. Corner kick to Swindon, taken by Tom Jones. Short one this time, finds Bodin, edge of the box. And down he goes, indirect free kick. Dangerous position here for Leeds United. Bearing in mind that Swindon's goals have both come from crosses. This time though, it's from the left-hand side. With this wind, you're not quite sure what the ball's going to do. Bodin's free kick, far post, away by Fairclough. And Jones all the way back now, finds Colin Calderwood. It's, on this occasion, no problem at all for Mervyn Day. Long clearance, Lee Chapman beaten in the air by Calderwood, great header. As Leeds have possession once again through Strachan. Here's Beglin. Curls that ball towards the edge of the box. And Digby. MacLaren doing well. Swindon battling very well indeed in midfield, and that's a great ball forward from Shearer. Here's Steve White, and what a good challenge. No question of a penalty kick on that occasion, the crowd appealing for it, but what a tremendous challenge that was. Here's Strachan. Peter Haddock really doing an excellent job on Steve White. Shearer. Throw to Leeds. Hardly time to pause for breath in this game. Tremendous pace. It really is an edge of the seat job. It's a corner kick then to Leeds United. Strachan's corner. Here's a chance for Fair Club. The whistle's gone. And push by Lee Chapman, I would imagine. And it's Swindon Town 2, Leeds United 1. That was the scoreline when the two sides met in the FA Cup here a few seasons ago. Leeds winning 2-1 on that occasion. This time it's Swindon who lead 2-1. Here's Steve White, and a chance to put the ball in the net. Does so. Although Leeds United are pointing to the linesman. The referee appeared to wave play on. Steve White ran on, put the ball into the net. And what will be the result of this? The referee going to have a word with his linesman on this occasion. It's Mr. A.P. Murphy. We shall see what Mr. Murphy's decision is. The referee, though, did wave play on when Steve White went through, as if to play the advantage. He obviously felt Steve White was fouled, and the decision is a free kick to Leeds United. So that's a decision to anger the Swindon Town fans. Steve White in the clear, put the ball in the net, but the goal is ruled out. McLaughlin, great turn on the edge of the box, but two Leeds players combine to get the ball away. There's a chance for Leeds to break off the head of John Gittins. Hendry foraging into that Swindon box, away by Bodin for the corner. Strachan and the captain, Scottish international, to take this corner kick for Leeds United far side. Way by Bodin, good firm header from him. Inside the town box again though, and Fairclough. Well, he found a space inside the town box. He just couldn't get a shot in, and Digby thankful to go down to save. Fraser Digby takes his clearance, but it's a poor one into the wind. Strachan faced by two Swindon players, Bodin and Shearer. Bodin gets the challenge in for the corner kick. So a little spell of pressure from the Yorkshire side here. Strachan's corner. To that town box, away though by the town defence. Here's Tom Jones, a chance to run. Here's MacLaren. Going for the run of White, and White gets past his marker very well indeed. White crosses across for Shearer, and just evading the outstretched foot of Duncan Shearer. Fine piece of play though by Steve White, really terrific, and Duncan Shearer acknowledges that great play by the Town number 9. "20 minutes into the second half, Swindon still lead by 2-1. Very close to getting a third there. Duncan Shearer within a whisker of getting a touch onto the Steve White cross. Gittins gets a header on. Despite the challenge of Lee Chapman, it'll be a throw into Leeds United, far side of the field for Vinnie Jones to take. Chapman's header away by MacLaren. It's Leeds still in possession though, through Vinnie Jones. Away by Bowden. Here's Gordon Strachan. Good challenge by Bowden. By Shearer rather. Duncan Shearer's work that was. Let's not take credit away from him. He's had a fine game too. Gordon Strachan. Beglin's throw for Chris Fairclough. Swindon not able to clear their lines. Andrews cross, far post, and tremendous work by Kerslake as Gary Speed came in. Calderwood away from Fairclough. Comes Steve White. Chance to run at that Leeds defence again. Finds Foley square. Good challenge from Fairclough again. There's a ball played now into Swindon territory. Down goes Gittins and does the job. A throw to Leeds, far side of the field. Jones beaten in the air that time by Speed, but Swindon get the throw. And you may just see former Town manager Lou Macari in the tunnel there. West Ham come here in a fortnight's time for another Sunday fixture. I dare say he's picking up a few notes on Swindon Town's performance this afternoon, and I dare say he's been very impressed. We're midway through the second half, and it is still 2-1. To Swindon Town. Digby then with his goal kick. Kerslake, free kick for Swindon. McLaughlin hauled to the ground, and free kick in a dangerous position. Both Swindon goals have come from right-hand crosses, and McLaughlin rather hauled down, rugby league fashion there. Free kick for the Town to be taken by Tom Jones over on that right-hand side of the field. Jones to take it into the box, and a chance for Calderwood's header, and it was within, well, a couple of hairbreadths, I would imagine, to getting a firm header onto that. MacLaren, Strachan blocks him. is Bowden. McLaughlin. MacLaren then for Swindon, curling across in. As Leeds have possession through Batty, finding Strachan. Batty once again playing the 1-2, but Swindon in midfield really have clamped down second half. And Kerslake is mopping up and finding Digby. Leeds United fans subdued at the moment, their side are behind. And I found it very difficult to get through that Town defence. Foley, tremendous piece of play. Bowden. Here's Steve White. Down he goes, free kick. Beglin motioning to the referee. It's a dive, but quickly taken. It's a chance for Jones, and he goes down under the challenge. No penalty. It was Whitlow who challenged him. And Jones looks somewhat aggrieved at that decision. It was Leeds who scored from the penalty spot after 18 minutes to go in front. But they get a goal kick. It's White, good ball. In for Alan McLaughlin to chase. Does well here, does Alan McLaughlin. And he looked to be held off. And again the referee waves play on. So, two opportunities, or two appeals for penalties there, and that is a free kick, and Tom Jones gets up and he's absolutely incensed. And the Swindon fans none too happy with the referee's decisions here. However, it is a free kick to Leeds United, 27 minutes into the second half. Gordon Strachan and Batty over this particular ball. Strachan with a free kick. Here's Hendry, great turn, great goal. Superb piece of finishing by John Hendry. He really did turn absolutely superbly inside that Town box. And what a great piece of finishing it was. A Gordon Strachan free kick. And there was Hendry, turned on a sixpence and said thank you very much. It's Swindon Town 2, Leeds United 2. So I think Swindon none too happy with the refereeing decisions in that last couple of minutes. And certainly that last one led to the equalising goal. But it was a class piece of finishing by John Hendry and a great free kick from Strachan. Here he is, Gordon Strachan then, on the ball. Inside that Town box, away by Gittins. So this match that has had so many twists and turns takes another one, with Leeds United pulling Swindon back. And on that occasion, it was the 5,000 Leeds United fans' turn to celebrate as the ball hit the back of the Swindon net. Throw in taken by Speed. But, no Leeds United man on the end of that. As United still have possession though, and a chance to cross in from this left-hand side. Strachan's waiting, but so is Bowden. It's a misdirected header, but luckily for the Town number 3, straight at Fraser Digby. Here's a chance for Kerslake. Jones, power ball though from Tom Jones. As Leeds regain possession, but it quickly breaks down. Here's Foley. MacLaren, fine sideways ball for Bowden. And for Foley, off to MacLaren. He has players outside him and finds Kerslake. Oh, and Whitlow looks in some trouble after that particular challenge, and Swindon have a corner. So a good opportunity for Swindon as we approach the half-hour mark of the second half. It's 2-2. And we have some delay here. Well, I think it's the Leeds United number 3, Whitlow. Yes, indeed. He looks in some discomfort. The referee is telling him to get on with the game, but he does look in a lot of pain. Whitlow, really, well, is he going to do his side any good if he hobbles back into this situation? He really doesn't look as though he can stand up, let alone run and walk around. But however, the referee waves play on. 31st minute, second half. Ball comes out. It's a chance for MacLaren to hit it, and he does so! And what a great goal! Off a post, past Mervyn Day, and Swindon back in front. Tremendous shot from Ross MacLaren. And the Town end celebrate what was a great goal. So Leeds United, who pegged Swindon back to 2-2, that situation doesn't last long, as Ross MacLaren, the number 10, hit an absolute stinker of a shot from 20 yards out, and Mervyn Day beaten all ends up. And Leeds left to reflect on this situation as Whitlow is down and receiving treatment. Swindon Town 3, Leeds United 2. A lengthy hold-up while Whitlow receives more treatment, and it looks a more serious injury. Howard Wilkinson is on, the Leeds United manager in the cap. And unfortunately, here comes a stretcher. Always a sad sight on a football field, but it is for the Leeds United number 3, Mark Whitlow. And the referee is being remonstrated with by Howard Wilkinson. And what's Vinnie Jones up to? Telling his players to get away from the situation. Vinnie Jones telling his players to get away and to perhaps get their concentration back on the matter in hand. The Yorkshire club find themselves 3-2 behind, and asking perhaps for a little bit more determination from his fellow teammates. But certainly that is a sad sight, as Mark Whitlow and Howard Wilkinson also telling his lads to perhaps calm down from this situation, but to really get back into this game. Vital game for both sides. There's a warm round of applause for Mark Whitlow, the Leeds United number 3. And Leeds are going to bring another substitute on. It's John Pearson. And Mark Whitlow, of course, is the man he's replacing. John Pearson, who Lou Macari nearly brought to Swindon last season, just before the transfer deadline. Drop ball, and Vinnie Jones, well, that surely is a free kick. Quite unbelievable decision by the referee. Vinnie Jones appeared to held Steve White back, but no decision given, and the ball ends up with Fraser Digby. Vinnie Jones, whose fearsome reputation goes before him, of course, but had rather a subdued game today in that Leeds United midfield. And now being asked by the Swindon Town fans what the score is. 11 minutes remaining. Swindon Town 3, Leeds United 2. Here is Vinnie Jones, but again denied in midfield by Swindon Town's tigerish tackling, and Leeds get a free kick. It's all got a little bit frantic following the stretchering off of Mark Whitlow as Leeds have possession through Beglin. Up goes Calderwood, battling for all he's worth. Leeds still have possession though with Jones. Inside that box, what a great save by Digby. Tremendous save. Hit with some power on the volley, and Fraser Digby got down to his left-hand side to save. Jim Beglin was the man who hit it, but Swindon still lead by 3-2. Strachan. Here's Batty. Forced to step over the ball in the end, and Swindon have the throw in to be taken by Duncan Shearer. Leave it for Bowden. Helped on by Shearer, no free kick given. Here's McLaughlin. Swindon can pull off their first ever victory over Leeds United. I think it would really show just how much progress the club has made in the last 5 to 6 years. A victory over Leeds United 5 years ago would have been almost the rantings of a madman, but now competing on equal terms with the famous Yorkshire side and very close indeed to pulling off their first ever victory. Here's Alan McLaughlin in field for Tom Jones. And the offside flag doesn't come up, but the ball too strong for the run of David Kerslake. Bear in mind that present in the Leeds United side this afternoon, some 600,000 signings, 300,000 signings, 400,000 signings, and Swindon's most expensive player is £250,000 worth of Duncan Shearer. Strachan. Leeds trying to play it around in midfield with 8 minutes on the watch. Here comes Bowden. The challenge of Batty though was the stronger, and here is a great cross in from Strachan. Up goes Digby and loses it several times before eventually claiming it off the head of John Hendry. Batty on the chest of MacLaren. Inside the box, away by MacLaren. Clearance completed by McLaughlin. White beaten in the air though as Leeds have possession, and bit of a mistake there by Beglin. Here's Jones finding Kerslake, and he's sprung the offside trap this time. Here comes McLaughlin. Has Foley in support with White and Shearer. McLaughlin inside the box, tries to pull it back and behind for the corner kick. So a chance that looked promising to begin with suddenly faded. But Swindon do have a corner far side with 7 minutes remaining. Tom Jones into that Town box. Helped across by McLaughlin, and Leeds United caught napping there. Here's Strachan. Bowden. Duncan Shearer helps the ball in. As Vinnie Jones plays the ball forward, it's a good one too. As Chapman tries to get inside that Town box, but Colin Calderwood does tremendously well, but still Swindon can't clear. And on this occasion, the dangerous pass, it's a goal kick. Jones with a header. Calderwood. Inside the last 5 minutes of the game. Ross MacLaren's 20-yard pile driver, giving Swindon a 3-2 scoreline lead. Here's Fairclough. In for Strachan. Batty, and the ball half gets past Paul Bowden. Kerslake, or MacLaren rather. Free kick to Leeds United. Strachan. Up goes Digby with a punch. It's not the best though, and Leeds inside that Town box. Swindon can't clear as Batty comes forward for Leeds United. Way by Gittins, good strong header from him. Leeds still coming forward though in desperate search of this equaliser, but that's no problem for Fraser Digby. Shearer helps it on, and it's a good ball too. Here's Steve White with a chance onto that Leeds goal, but fires wide. Great ball on from Duncan Shearer, giving the Town number 9 the chance to run, but an offside flag is up. Last 3 minutes. Here's Hendry. Little low cross in for MacLaren. Bowden quite happy to allow that ball to run out for a goal kick. And a few more precious moments wasted on the watch. Jones just managed to get a hand onto that. The Leeds still coming forward through Fairclough, but it quickly breaks down. But Leeds desperate now. Last 2 minutes, Ozzy Ardiles and Chick Bates both off the bench. Jones. Strachan. Bowden, and took it too far. We're inside the last minute. Hendry tries to get past Calderwood, but the Swindon skipper solid as a rock at the back for Swindon. Here's White, takes it down beautifully and turns well, and taking on that Leeds United defence perhaps to seal it for Swindon. Getting into the corner. Here's Jones, good piece of play by the Town number 9. Jones skips past Strachan. Here's Shearer, but he loses out to Lee Chapman. Here's Batty. Jones, good firm challenge, and of course it's important for Swindon because he keeps it in the Leeds United half. As we're into injury time now. And it's the crowd who are whistling, who want their game to end, and 3 more precious promotion points for Swindon against the league leaders, Leeds United. Here's Jones, McLaughlin's far side. Free kick to Leeds. The last chance perhaps for the Yorkshire side to level things up. Way by Calderwood. Here's Shearer. Finds Jones. Here's Kerslake. Time added on, of course, for the injury to Mark Whitlow, the Leeds United number 3. Chapman with a header. Inside that Town box. Fairclough with a header, and straight at Fraser Digby. Not able to guide it wide of the Town keeper, nor get enough power to trouble him. Fraser Digby then, well into injury time. Beglin. And there is the final whistle. A tremendous performance from Swindon Town. 3 precious promotion points against the league leaders, who started well. After 18 minutes, Gordon Strachan put them ahead through the penalty spot. But before half-time, Alan McLaughlin had levelled things up with his 15th goal of the season. Steve Foley put Swindon in front. John Hendry levelled with a tremendous piece of finishing. And then Ross MacLaren from 20 yards out, off a post, beat Mervyn Day and gave Swindon Town the lead, a lead they never lost. And a tremendous performance from the Wiltshire side against the famous Leeds United. In front of the season's biggest crowd, 16,208. It puts Swindon back in 3rd place in Division 2. And restricts Leeds United's lead at the top of the table to 3 points. Tremendous afternoon's entertainment, full time here at the Candy Ground in Swindon. The final score, Swindon Town 3, Leeds United 2. This is Vic Morgan of BBC Wiltshire Sound, hoping you've enjoyed the game. Good afternoon.
Colin Calderwood, then tremendous result against Leeds United. Absolutely superb result for you.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day it was a game that was going to lead to excitement with the conditions, and I think the crowd got their money's worth. I think the best crowd we've had this year, and I think the number of Leeds fans that came down brought the best out in our fans. That's the loudest they've been for a long, long time, and it was they got behind us and gave us a helping hand.
What do you think this result will mean to Swindon now?
Well, it's 3 points more towards keeping us in the top 6, and that's what we've got to aim for. And if we keep going, one of the teams at the top might slip up. I think it would probably be Sheffield United, because I think Leeds, with their home form, will be too strong, and I still fancy them to go up.
What about some of the decisions this afternoon? Several of them seem to be a little bit difficult.
Well, the referee said he was closer to the penalty decision for the first goal. The linesman didn't seem to give it at first, but then in the second half, when Steve White was through, the linesman gave a decision. The referee waved play on and then went back on it. The only thing I would say, I thought he maybe should have had a word with the linesman on the penalty, but he's had a very hard game for him as well, because 2 sides up at the top of the table fighting for everything, the conditions with it being slipping, a wee bit slippy underfoot are going to lead to some maybe what look bad tackles, but the conditions lead to that, and I think it brought out a bit more excitement in the game and a bit of endeavour, which was good to see.
Thank you very much indeed.
Struck it right nicely, and for us it's went in the far post to give us a 3-2 victory.
16,000 here, and I think they all had their money's worth. What was your view of the game?
Yeah, very entertaining. We played well. We battled very hard. It's nice to get 3 points at the end of it.
So it's a good 3 points, puts you back in third spot. What do you think this will mean now for the promotion campaign now?
Well, I mean, naturally it's chasing Sheffield United. You know, they dropped 2 points yesterday. We've got 3 today. So I mean, Leeds have got a lot of points in the bag, but Sheffield, we think we can catch them.
But do you think this now makes them genuine promotion candidates?
Well, as everybody says, I mean, they think we'll go up to get the playoffs, but we're going to take one game as it comes, as we do every week. But we're hopeful.
Certainly the spirit of the side was first class today.
Yeah, it's a boys' battle for each other, you know, even went 1-0 behind. We came again, and we took the lead 2-1, 2 each and 3-2, so we're happy.
Thanks for the RD list. What do you think of your side today?
Superb performance. I will say that this is our best in the season, without a doubt. Superb game as well. I mean, nobody can complain of the quality of the game under very, very difficult circumstances as well. Rain and very strong wind and so on. But two teams that went there over there to play, and it was a wonderful spectacle.
Leeds went in front early on. What was your view at that particular time?
Well, they have the first blood, and due to a penalty, somehow the word said that maybe it was outside. Obviously, we are not going to talk about the referee, but we just fight back, and we fight from the first minute to the last minute, and I'm extremely proud of my boy in the way that they fight all the way.
What about the crowd today?
The crowd was superb. Probably that was, if I am not wrong, it must be our biggest crowd of the season. They were behind us all the time, and that is really, really nice to hear.
Is that the best result that you've had this season, do you think?
I would think so, yes. We have, in terms of football, maybe we play a little bit better against Norwich, maybe Southampton at home, and some other games, say 16 against Stoke. But for everything that was on play today, it was very, very important for us to win, and we did that.
Because they are proving to be a bit of a yardstick this season, Leeds, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are a very powerful squad, very powerful club. Obviously, the natural habitat for them is the third division. If they need a player, £500,000, £1 million, they will go out and buy. We can compete in that terms, but obviously we can compete in the field, and today we were the better team.
I was going to say, they may have a lot of players worth a lot of money, but your players certainly didn't look second best at all.
Oh, not at all, and I would say my players at the moment were quite a lot of money as well.
It's lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay.